Dude, what's up, my man? We're all here for you because we love you. And you're a big influence on a lot of people. We could have easily probably filled Kennedy Arena with people to be around to celebrate you. And that's why we wanted to do it. We wanted to show you how much you're loved and how much you're cared for and what kind of influence you've had on people through the years. And just the videos that you've seen here today is a testament to that, because it's not just people in your immediate circle. It's people from around the country who've been influenced by you, and you've influenced them. You've influenced them, and you're an ambassador. That's a great way to describe you. I think you're an ambassador for not just for music, but for people. You're just a people ambassador. You bring people together, and I can say, if from my experience, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't know a lot of people that I consider a big part of my life right now. And it's only been a short time since I've known you, but in that short time, you've become a confidant. You've become a good friend, not a good friend, a great friend. But most of all, you've become my big brother. You've taken me under your wing with photography, with exposing me to different kinds of music, driving me all over the state to check out shows, especially down to Woodstock. But yet you pushed me to become better at what I've been trying to do, music-wise. You come up with ideas I never would have thought of. An example is the article that I did about the barn, the Von Helms studio. I didn't plan on really writing anything about it, and in a week after we went to the show, you're like, why don't you write something up about it? And I kind of pushed it off. Finally, I sat down, I put my nose to the grindstone, I typed something out, used a lot of your awesome pictures, and that thing blew up. And it was all because of you, because you pushed me to do that. And that's just one example of the awesomeness of one Brian Cornish. And so we're all here for you to try to give just a little bit back to you, what you've given to us all these years. And I hope that there's plenty more gigmobile journeys. I got a new gigmobile, buddy. We got to use it as soon as we get out of this pandemic. So your motto is live a great story. You have lived a great story. You're continuing to live a great story, and you push others to live a great story. I'm living a great story because you've pushed me to live a great story. Thank you. Thank you, big brother. I love you.
Wait, no, stop it for a second.
No, that's what I would do.
No, stop
That's
for
what
a second.
I would do.
But who am I talking to in this?
It's Brian Cornish. He's known as BC.
Brian.
He's known as Chili B.
Chili B. I was just telling Dan that there are certain people in the world that make an impact, and then there's certain people in the world that are impacted by other people. And you are one of those people that make an impact on people, if that makes sense. And Dan started turning it into impacted jokes.
I tried to turn it into a joke. It failed.
Or he just basically misunderstood. But
I think I said Brian was a fudge packer. I'm not really
that's
sure.
what he said.
I
Cheers.
didn't say that.
Hi, Brian. So anyone that has had the pleasure of knowing you and having you in their life knows that you are one of the great storytellers. Whether you're telling the story yourself or it's your pictures telling the story, you are by far one of the best. So in honor of you, I'm going to tell you two stories. The first one, I'm at Revere, and I'm working overtime, and it's dark, and it's creepy. It's like 8 o'clock at night. And I keep seeing things out of the corner of my eye, and I couldn't get my work done fast enough to get the heck out of there. and I left, and I think I posted something on Facebook about it just to get chuckles and laughs. And the next day I look at my inbox, and this is what you sent me. Do you remember this? I love this. This always makes me laugh. This always makes me think of you. And you know me all too well to know what this did. So, second story is about 10 years ago, you were at my wedding. And our best man, Mark Barr, unprepared, didn't have a speech. I know you guys were drinking a lot of champagne, probably more than you ever should have drank in that one day. And Mark didn't have a speech ready. So you said, you know what, Mark, listen, you can't go wrong. Go out there and tell him this joke. And this is what you told him. You know, a turtle was crossing the road when two snails mugged him. The police showed up and asked the turtle what happened. And the turtle said, I don't know. It all happened so fast. Lo and behold, Mark went out and murdered the joke. It didn't make sense. He didn't have the parts right. We all just were sitting at him, looking at him like he'd lost his mind. And I literally remember you in the corner just kind of chuckling like this, like shaking your head. It was great. He's a pretty bad joke teller. I think I only know one other person that tells jokes like that, well, that badly. And I mean, I don't really want to say who that is or anything, so I'll just keep that to myself. But I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I love you, Chili Bee. That's all I got.
Hi, Brian. I read your updated information and, dude, my heart sunk. You are a warrior and you still are an inspiration to me. And I use that strength when I battle cancer. And I want to share with you something that my father shared with me a long time ago. And he died very early. He was 50. But he always would say to me, wherever you go, there you are. And I'm like, yeah, obviously. If I'm there, that's where I am. But I guess it wasn't until I had cancer that I really understood what that truly meant. And that is, life isn't about, I can't do that, or what if I can't do that, or what's next week are going to be like, or worrying about the future, or stressing about the past. It's about right now. It's about the here and the now, and the quality of today. And living each day to your fullest. And embracing the love and the friendship that you have. And my God, so many people love you. And I love you. And I'm here for you. If you need to talk or to be lifted up, please reach out. God bless you, my friend. Talk to you soon.
Hey, Brian. Greetings from the new Sun Deck at Woods Valley.
Thinking of you.
Wishing you all the best and wishing you nothing but the best.
And want you to join us here one of these days.
Yes. See you, buddy.
Take care.
Hey, Brian. Greetings, man. I understand you got a little bit of unsettling news, so I was honored to be asked to be a part of this little cheer up video, man. We all love you. We're all rooting for you. Keep your head up. Times are crazy everywhere right now, right? And this song reminds me of right now. And even though you don't know it, it seemed like the right song, because I think even when things are weird and scary, it's best to stay present. And that's what this song does for me. So it's my newest original called Hide and Seek. I hope you dig it. I remember playing hide and seek out in the garden. Sometimes life felt hard and seemed unfair. But now I can't go outside. I can't keep hiding from myself anymore. Can't keep waiting by the door. Now I'm my own worst enemy. What can I be? Equal to my destiny. Let this be what brings out the best in me. Helps me find the rest of me, or at least what's left of me. We love you, man. Be well.
Hey, Brian. It's Mark. So listen, pal, I was thinking about you and I and how we're Giants fans. And I think Giants fans are a certain breed. I think it's because we see a lot of ourselves in the Giants, and we can relate to the Giants so much because our lives are very similar to what the Giants represent. You know, I look at the Giants as always as an underdog, even when they're favored to win. They're not really favored to win, but when they've won unexpectedly and in an awesome fashion. And I think that's kind of like your life. You know, life is like the Giants, a series of ups and downs and a lot of downs, and they suck. But I think that's why, as Giants fans, when we do win and have those ups, they're so great because we appreciate them because of such lows and downs that seem to always take place as fans of the Giants. I'm just trying to use analogies here, but I see a lot of similarities in life with being a Giants fan. I just really do. And I think you can relate to that, especially now. You're dealt some tough blows here, and you know what? We don't know, right, what the outcome will be. But the one thing about Giants fans is no matter how much we complain and bitch, we always love them, and we love you. And as much as I complain and bitch about you, no, I don't do that. Only when you bust my balls, which is constant. But I love it. But I don't know, Bri. I just think, you know, I had this planned out. I did. And it sounded really good. And now that I'm doing it, I think you understand what I'm saying, though. You know, you're an underdog, I'm an underdog, and we can appreciate one another. Why do I keep doing this like that? But, yeah, I'm just devastated. I hear this news. I'm hoping for the best, and I know you are too, and I can't imagine what you're going through. I just want you to know that I really care about you, and, I don't know, man. Like I said, life is tough. It's like a Giants team. There's that finger again. And you know, it's crappy. A lot of times it's freaking crappy. But when those highs are there, they're the best. You know, was there anything better than those Giants Super Bowls? Come on. Sorry, Mike, Coley, and your Bills, but I mean, like that one. Unbelievable. The Patriots. And you know, life is not like a Patriots unless you're a cheater. So, if you cheat in life and everything, you always win, then life is like a Patriots team. But not for most people, I guess. So, I don't know. I don't know why I need to use an analogy for this, but and this is carrying on. I don't know how long it's supposed to be, but I just want you to know that I love you, Brian, and I care about you. And I don't know what the outcome of all this is going to be. I just know, I mean, everyone knows their outcome in life. No one gets out of here alive. But if we can get more days with you, you know, that's great. But God has a plan, and, you know, and that's the same with the Giants. Who knows what the outcome is? Eventually, there'll be highs again, but there's always lows, but they make you appreciate the highs. And also, you know, the Giants had a very storied and historical past, and I think you and I both had those. Reading your stories, I see that, you know, a lot of great memories that you can cherish, and that's for sure. Same with me. Mine took place at Hazleton, but, you know, great memories nonetheless. So anyhow, I just want to again reiterate that I care for you tremendously, and I always remember our initial friendship at Kennedy Arena, and I feel like I knew you before all these other son of a bitches, okay? I mean, yes, not to say you didn't have friends, but I was there before all of them. We knew each other. We were arena buds. And, you know, then everyone else was like, oh, Cornish. No. Me. I knew Brian before all you son of a bitches, okay? So I'm taking claim for that. Anyhow, I love you. I'm going to drink some Utica Clubs for you. I'm going to eat some goddamn fried dough. And I'm going to be thinking about you in hopes that, you know, whatever happens, that it's the best possible thing that can happen and the way it's meant to be. And that's what you got to do with the Giants, right?
What up, Big Bry? Just wanted to say hello and be a part of this really cool thing that we're doing. So, you made me learn this song, and this will forever, always make me think of you. So here's a little snippet. Hope it makes you smile, brother. If you were a bluebird, you'd be a sad one. I give you a true word, you only had one. You were a bluebird, you be crying, you be flying home. You raindrop, you shine like a rainbow. You train stop, conductor would sing low. You were a raindrop, you be falling, you be calling home. Be well, brother.
Brian, I just gotta say, fantastic. Good times we've had together. From Shenango Blues to the Post to the, I almost said building disease, but you know, the ale house, just to see the boys play. All the times we saw them play and danced together and laughed, and good times, man. You're a great storyteller. Keep telling those stories. We enjoy them so much. And the photos, oh my God, the photos, the stories you tell through the photos of the places you've been, the things you've seen, the music, you really catch in a moment the essence of the joy of music, the feeling, whatever that feeling is. God, we just love you. Love you so much, brother.
BC, hey buddy, thank you for your kindness, your generosity, all the cool things that you showed me, especially how to live every day to its fullest and live your best life. Taking your words to heart these last few years, and it means a lot. Thank you for the cult of idiots that feed me my stupid dad jokes all day long. And love you to death, buddy. I'm going to leave you with 2 great snail jokes. An octopus. Wait a minute. Let me start over. An octopus, a snake, and a snail walk into a bar. And the octopus says, "This is impossible." Yep. The next one's the best. Barack Obama goes to a Halloween party. And his wife is riding on his back. One of the guests says, "What are you supposed to be?" He's like, "A snail, of course." Love you, buddy.
Very interesting. And stupid. Oh, hey, Brian. I'm doing what I normally do during the pandemic, which is watch the Genesee Street people. They are very interesting. Anyway, I'll take a break from that for a moment to tell a story. So, I was painting, you know, on and off for a while, and you had asked me to do a painting for a gallery for a charity, and it was a painting of your photograph, and it sold, and it was very inspiring to me at a point when I needed that inspiration. A lot of bad things were happening in my life, and I was clutching onto my art in an attempt to be an artist. So it was really hard, you know, and you were inspiring and you were encouraging, and I'll never forget that, bro. Thank you so much. I love you.
Hi, Brian. I'm freezing my ass off. Here's one concert that you should be glad you're missing. We are at the Lafayette Apple Fest site tonight for the Disco Biscuits at a drive-in show at the end of October. It's probably about 30 degrees. And yeah, be glad you're not here. I hope that we can all see each other again under, you know, nice, warm circumstances and better music. And I will look forward to that day. I hope you're, you know, on top of this, feeling okay as best you can, and I will look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.
Hey little girl, is daddy home? Does it go and leave you all alone? Got a bad desire. Oh, 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 I'm on fire. Now tell me, honey, is it good to you? Does it do the things to you that I do? I can take you higher. Oh, 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 I'm on fire. Sometimes it's like someone took a knife, baby, edgy and dull, cut a 6-inch valley through the middle of my soul. At night I wake up with the sheets soaking wet, freight train running, middle of my head. Only you can cool my desire. Oh, 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 I'm on fire. Oh, 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 I'm on fire. Oh, 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 I'm on fire. Thinking about you, Brian.
Hey neighbor, just wanted to send you my love. It's kind of funny how I have driven past your house probably twice a day for 15 years before I actually got to meet you at the brewery. That was a pretty exceptional experience. Kind of funny how our our paths have crossed so frequently without us even knowing it. I'm really happy to have met you, my Mr. Brian Cornish from down the road, my favorite neighbor. I love you. You are an amazing human being, and you have some of the best jokes, and I obviously think it's hilarious how we can beat up on Dan with his lame jokes. I absolutely love every memory that we have together. I know that we're gonna have more in the future. Just hang in there, buddy. Everything's gonna be okay. I do love you, and I think you're just one of, like, I don't know, like the greatest people that I've met, and I'm pretty blessed to have you and so many others in my life. Thank God for Copper City Brewing for bringing us all together. Without that, we wouldn't have our wonderful Funyun jokes and Dan jokes that we still try to figure out if he knows what the punchline is. So hang in there, and we're all here rooting for you, Brian. Love you so much.
Hey Brian, Z here. Sending you this message to thank you personally for all you've done for our music community. Not only with photography, but your support and your knowledge and sharing and your promotion. It doesn't go unnoticed, man. So thank you so much for all that you do for our little 315 music community, man. I've seen you at many shows for many years doing the thing. So I also want to send you some positive vibes, some speedy recovery vibes. And fight the good fight, bro. I know it's a little hard to keep your head up at this point in time, but if you stay positive, good things will come out of it. And, you know, I know you're a fighter, so keep fighting the good fight, man. Sending you much love, much respect. And thanks again for all that you do for our music community, man. Much love to you, man.
Hey, Brian. You know, God knows the 45 years you and I have been friends has provided me with 1,000 stories I could tell right now. The one I want to tell is one I've never told you. You know how when you go to a website and you set up a new account, and quite often they ask you a security question, and they want to answer that question in a way in which you'll never forget. And my entire career, I've always looked for one question, and that question is, who's your best friend? And every single time they've offered it, I've taken that question, because the answer to that question for me has always been, and always will be, Brian Cornish. You know, there's nobody that likes song lyrics more than you do, Brian. And one of my favorites is Bob Seger's line, "Those are the memories that make me a wealthy soul." And I can't say it any better than that. My friendship alone with you over the last 45 years, all by itself, has made me a very, very wealthy soul. I love you, buddy.
Hey, Brian. I just wanted to take a minute and tell you how much your friendship has meant to me for the past few years. I think it's been about 3 years, maybe less. It seems like I've known you for a lot longer. But I always enjoyed when you'd come see the band play, and I always enjoyed getting to talk to you after. And you take the best pictures and the best stories and jokes. And I just wanted to tell you how much that all meant to me, you know. And like out at the barn, out around is it out in Cleveland, and the Willie Nelson joke and all that stuff, you know. It's always gonna remember all of that. And I'll tell you I love you, and I'm always thinking of you, and yeah. I hope I get to see you soon. All right.
Hey, Brian. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances, like face-to-face would be nice. But I just wanted to say real quick, I admire the strength it takes and the courage to keep us up to date with the ordeal that you're going through. We hope that can turn around somehow. We hope you beat the expectations. You've had my back in the past, or at least taken a picture of my back at the Taz show in Utica last year. But, you know, I really hope that you get an opportunity to see more shows to experience more live music. They say that music heals. I'm sure that that's one of the many positive things that could only make things better. And keeping that in mind, to quote the Kinks, here's hoping all the days ahead won't be as bitter as the ones behind you. Here's to what the future brings. I know tomorrow you'll find better things. And we're pulling for you. I hope to see you sooner than later. And stay strong.
Brian. So let's see, where do I start? Let's see. I knew you through Coley. Not really good, but I just knew who you were through him. And then on the night we went to Frieden's house to taste test Eric and Dan's oatmeal stouts and decide which we liked better with the start of the brewery, that's where I really got to know you. We were all sitting around hashing out different names for the beers, and I think I noticed how creative you actually were. And I thought, wow, there is another creative person just like me. Thought there was only one of us. Who knew? So I think the first thing that I really thought of was when you came up with the Mohawk Valley Stout. I thought, man, this dude is something. And then the night just went on from there. So that was pretty cool to me. Not only do I think you're creative, you're one hell of a photographer. It's crazy what I see with you, and it's just a huge talent. You have a lot of talents, my friend. But most of all, you are so into music. We see that every day with you and the bromance of the other guys, and it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun doing some different jokes. I feel like there were times that I started the joke and you ended it, and we were going to say the same thing no matter what. So that's pretty cool. So just wanted to say, hey, Brian, you're the bomb, man. And honestly, had to just tell you this. You are the rock in my yacht. Take care. Love you.
All right. What? Oh, yes, indeed. I just heard you. Yes, indeed. All right, we're going to send this one out to our friend Brian. Couldn't be out here today, but we want to send him a little love.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much. All right, for Brother Brian.
Hey, Bri. I wanted to send out some love to you. I've been thinking back on some great times we had, great memories, usually involving sports or music or beer or all three. I still can't go to Cooperstown and without laughing and thinking about those Hall of Fame weekends that we did in Cooperstown. Also, I'm playing a little Levon in the background because seeing him at the Ramble with you is one of my best music memories ever. Just wanted to let you know, your friendship's precious, and I love you.
Hey, Brian, this song is all for you, man. Saving loose, get lucky sometimes. Everything's beautiful and our eyes were blind. What we'll leave behind, nothing but a bottle of wine and love, a tank of gas, and that's enough for now. Living fast and loud, and we got nowhere to go, and I'll take it there. Just two rejects living without a care. Just skip town and nobody has to know. We got nowhere to go and all day together. Roll down your windows and let down your hair. Believe that we can go anywhere you and I. This will never die. Wanderlust will never know, except for this town and the open road tonight. Well, this is fight or flight, and we got nowhere to go and all day together. Just two rejects laughing without a care. Just get down and nobody has to know. Where we got nowhere to go and all day together. So come and save me now. And I know that you know how. A blank concrete canvas of open road. From all the demons that we know. And we got nowhere to go and all day together. Just two rejects laughing without a care. Just get down and nobody has to know. And we got nowhere to go and all day together. We got nowhere to go and all day together. We got nowhere to go and all day together.
Hey, my fellow music photographer. Wish this video was better timing, I guess, but we're gonna fight, and whatever you need to do it. You've got friends that's gonna be there by your side, myself included. I'm dying for this COVID thing to go away so that we can go down to the Ramble, see a show at the barn, and maybe photograph a show together. And until then, man, if you need anything, reach out. Talk about music, talk shit about Pete. Just even if you just want somebody to scream at or scream to or whatever, I'm here. It's been really my pleasure to get to know you over the years, and yeah, I'm a better person for knowing you, and I'm right here every step of the way, whatever you need. All right, love you, brother. Catch you later.
Hello, my friend. Music is a universal language, and it's been through music that we have met, worked together, and become friends. And I'm really sad that you're going through some rough times right now, and I want you to know how important you are to me, how I am there for you if you need me. And just to make you smile, I was trying to find a photography joke, but there's nothing that's been developed.
One step closer and two steps backwards. Can't seem to find the time anymore. And the rivers are running backwards, just trying to keep my feet on the floor. Holy water for holy rollers. Can't seem to find my mind anymore. Getting shivers and a low-grade fever, just trying to let my anxiety soar. Brian, you're in my heart, my thoughts, and my prayers. I love you. Beer soon.
Hello, Brian. What's up, man? It's Mike. I just wanted to take a minute. I'm giving my lawn the final kiss before the winter settles in here. But I wanted to take a minute and just say how inspirational you've been to me and how special you are to all of us. Many years ago, you walked into Ray Brothers Barbecue, and I was set up in the corner playing my sad songs, and you sat down in front of me, and I didn't know it at the time, but I was sitting in front of a man that would become a great friend of mine. And thank you. You were the only person in that entire building that was paying attention to anything that was coming through those speakers. So thank you for that. But even more so, you came into my life at a great time, and just really inspired me to continue playing music and writing songs. And the deeper our relationship got, and the more I got to know you, just peeling back the layers of the onion, so to speak, you were even more special with each peel. And you continue to do that, which I love so much about you. And you're a perfect blend of humor, wit, honor, and integrity, and you're a man that's a well-wisher. And I've always aspired to be that, and someone that is a source of light, and that's something you've always done and you've always been, and you continue to do that every day. And I want you to know that that is something that really has impacted me and changed my life. And I hope you are well, my man. And as I sit here on this tractor, I wanted to know have you seen the new movie coming out this winter? It's called The Tractor. I haven't seen it yet. I've only seen the trailer. Get it? Dan, you don't get it, Dan, but Brian will get it. I love people that love with their whole heart, and therefore I love you, Brian Cornish.
This
pistol shots ring out in a ballroom night. And to Patty Valentine from the upper hall, she sees a bartender in a pool of blood, cries out, my God, they killed them all. Here's the story of the hurricane, the man the authorities came to blame for something that he never done. Put in a prison cell for one time, he could have been the champion of the world. Hey Brian, I'm thinking about you, buddy.
Hey Brian, quick story for you. Last year, I don't know exactly when it was, we decided to climb Bald Mountain. I think it was like, I don't know if it was last year or like it was winter. We decided to climb Bald Mountain. I had never climbed it before. So I prepared myself. I had provisions. I had a whistle just in case I got lost. And I mean, the funny thing is when I was younger, I was very adventurous. But once I started having kids, I kind of got ultra conservative. So I was preparing myself to climb Bald Mountain. And it was snowy, it was cold, so I was fully geared, you know, the boots, the layers, the jackets, you name it, I was ready for it. So, you know, we head on our trek to Bald Mountain, we get there, I get to the top, I made the summit, and, you know, I posted a picture on social media of me literally jumping for joy. I mean, for me, never have done, you know, climbed Bald Mountain before. And I was so incredibly proud of myself. I mean, we climbed the fire tower, we looked at the scenery, we cracked open a beer, and it was just a great moment for me. And I remember turning around, getting ready to go back down, and we had just taken a few steps to, you know, where the trail starts. And I see this dad with maybe, you know, 3 children ranging between 8 and 12. These kids had on sneakers and jeans and earbuds, and their hands were in their pockets of their windbreakers. And I was totally deflated. Like, I felt so defeated. Like, okay, kids, way to ruin my moment, because these kids were just like going for an afternoon walk where I thought I had just, you know, conquered Mount Everest, you know. So we made it back down, and I remember saying to Nate, this really wasn't such a big deal. And he's like, it was a big deal. He's like, Cora, it was a big deal for you. And I'm like, nah, you know, kids can do it. I got to find something that, you know, is more of a big deal. So a few days later, I get a message from you congratulating me on my accomplishment. And you had sent me the sticker that says, live a great story. That made me realize that even though it wasn't a gigantic accomplishment, it was my accomplishment, and I should be proud of it. And I was. And you made me realize that, you know, things aren't the same for everybody. And this was a big deal for me. And I would have let it go, and I would have continued to feel deflated if you hadn't reached out and said, Cor, good job. You are living a great story because it's your story. And Brian, you have lived an amazing story. You're still living an amazing story. You are touching so many people, and I am so glad that I got to meet you. And I am so glad that I get to carry on the tradition of living a great story with the stickers that I give to people and the stories that I get to tell people. And that's because of you. And I always think of you on my bad days, because the other day, I remembered, you know, the saying, a good day deserves a good beer, and a bad day deserves 2. Well, I was on my 6th or 7th beer when I read your Facebook post, and I was so sad. But then I thought, God, you get the chance that most people don't get until, unfortunately, their funerals, of realizing what an impact you made on people, on your community. So many people love you. I love you. I don't know, I haven't known you for as long as everybody else, but God, you are so stinking cool. And it has been an honor to be a small chapter in your amazing story. All right, Brian, hang in there. We love you. Bye.
Brian, you're the kind of person every musician needs. When you're listening, I want to play as well as I can. And I know you like boogie woogie, so here's a few dozen bars of boogie woogie for you. Be well, my friend.